K-pop Demon Hunters cut a dark, emotional ballad fans might hear in a sequel. When K-pop Demon Hunters started streaming on Netflix, audiences got exactly what the title promised: dazzling animation, pop-infused energy, and a story that balanced heartfelt friendships with demon-slaying spectacle. But according to songwriter and performer E.G., who provides the singing voice for Rumi, one of the film's most personal and emotional songs never made it into the final cut of the film. During an interview conducted by Collider's Perry Nemiroff, it was noted that E.G. had written dozens of songs during the movie's long development cycle, though only a handful made it into the final film. Some became centerpieces of the soundtrack, but one in particular, a ballad tied closely to Rumi's emotional journey, was ultimately cut. Could the ballad return in a K-pop Demon Hunters sequel? E.G.'s description suggests the cut track was a very different kind of musical moment than the high-energy anthems that drive K-pop Demon Hunters. A dark but hopeful ballad centered on Rumi breaking down could have shifted the tone of the film in a powerful way, spotlighting a more vulnerable side of the character while also showcasing E.G.'s vocal range. It's the sort of song that might have been too emotionally heavy for the final cut, but it could easily become a standout if revisited in the future. Directors Maggie Kong and Chris Applehands have already acknowledged they're open to the idea of a sequel, which is currently in talks between Netflix and Sony. For Kong, the priority is making sure a follow-up feels purposeful. Applehands added that a continuation would require the filmmakers to break away from the structure of the first film. When you're doing an original in a 90-minute feature, there's a kind of framework that's pretty satisfying and conventional, and this film follows that framework, even though a lot of the ingredients are unique. But the idea of adding a chapter immediately means you can't just repeat that structure, and I think that's really fun to play in rather than the same old thing. That creative mindset leaves room for new kinds of storytelling, and a character-driven ballad like the one E.G. described could be exactly the sort of fresh element a second film would embrace. If and when K-pop Demon Hunters moves forward with another chapter, it wouldn't be surprising if E.G.'s unused ballad finally got its moment in the spotlight. K-pop Demon Hunters is streaming on Netflix. Stay tuned at Collider for more, and you can watch Nemiroff's full conversation with E.G., Ray Ami, and Audrey Nuna.